Week 16, Thursday Night Football, Broncos and Chargers in LA. I have some picks for you, and if you're new here, please like the video, subscribe if you aren't already, and hit the notification bell. I have some picks for you. I'm not super excited about the game in general. Both quarterbacks are either dealing with injuries. For example, Justin Herbert, if you watch the game versus the Buccaneers where they got walloped at home, he had a big ol' wrap around his ankle. He's been limited in practice. The Chargers listed Herbert as limited with that ankle injury on first report throughout the week. This is going to be a short week for them, so a quarterback coming off a short week. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays, especially because the running game with no Dobbins and just Gus Edwards and Vidal is going to be interesting. Plus, the quarterback on the other side of the ball isn't playing that well. Bo Nix threw 3 interceptions versus the Colts, where they should have lost that game. Sean Payton is optimistic, thanks in large to their defense, getting 5 turnovers for a 31-13 win versus the Colts. So I'm not really excited about this game in general. My picks are going to be pretty safe here. They did play once already this year where the Chargers did come out on top. So watch out for the Broncos here. It's hard to sweep a team that you see twice in one year. Pretty even numbers across the board here. It was a pretty tight-knit game. The Broncos came back and tried to pull off the comeback in the fourth quarter, but didn't. So anyways, let's get to the picks here. First pick that I had, if you got the taco yesterday, it was Ladd McConkey, 37.5. 5,000 people are on it. It's not enough for me. I don't think a lot of people believe this because Patrick Surtain is going to be shadowing Ladd McConkey here. So the volume, 6, it's kind of interesting. I don't think he's going to score at all. But the receiving yards here, if you want to do an alt line, you can do that. The taco was 43.5. So if anybody was curious, 60 is okay. But I think where we're going to be at is 67.5. I could see him doing that as well. He's shifty, he's quick. Give me Ladd McConkey on the over for the receiving yards. And if you don't like that, since I did say he's going to be shadowed by Pat Surtain, Quentin Johnston, this guy right here, he drops a lot of balls. But when he catches them, he gets a lot of targets. So there is a lot of upside here. Last couple games, 5 catches, 10 targets, 7 targets. And I think I had Quentin Johnston at, if we go to the receptions here, 2.5. I'm going to jump on that. This isn't going to be a game where we're going to 10x our money by any means. This is just something to root for, just to have some skin in the game. So I like Quentin Johnston with 3 catches. I think with all that focus on Surtain, you could take Quentin Johnston here for the receptions, or you can take him for the yards. He has 40 yards. That's the over-under. And then lastly here, what we're going to do is we're going to do Justin Herbert to throw a touchdown. He's been kind of up and down recently, but it's a home game. He's going to bounce back off of that ugly loss. I think he's going to throw at least 1. He has a decent amount of weapons on offense. So he threw 2 last week versus Tampa, 1 versus KC. I like it. We're going to do 1, not 2. We're going to do 1. And then lastly here, Bo Nix. He's going to throw a touchdown too. And if we look at Bo Nix, he's been throwing at least 1 touchdown, like 7 out of his last 8 games. So that's really good to see. And you can see he's done it he did 2 versus the Raiders, AFC West opponent, and then 2 versus KC, another AFC West opponent, where they probably should have won that game if it wasn't for that blocked field goal at the end. This is what I like here. I think I got it at like 2.6x. This is 2.4. But if you were looking for more Broncos players, I have fantasy football playoffs this week, and I'm starting Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton's been really good for me. He's the number 1 red zone threat. So if you like Courtland Sutton to score, go for it. I hope he does, but I'm not going to bet on it. But the receptions is interesting. He gets a lot of volume. He gets a ton of action. If you look at Courtland Sutton, oh my goodness gracious, Courtland Sutton. Look at the targets. He's almost getting double digits for like a month straight. 9, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shysta. So if we go back over, I think 5 receptions is totally realistic. So if you don't like the Ladd McConkey play, if you don't like the Quentin Johnston play, this is a good option here as well. Look for targets later towards game time. Props are always changing. But those are the picks, everybody, that I really like. Ladd McConkey on the receiving yards, Quentin Johnston on the receptions, Justin Herbert and Bo Nix to both throw a touchdown, and then sneak on in Courtland Sutton here for a over on the receptions. I want to say thanks for watching my video, everyone, and good luck.